It's wedding season, my lovelies. It's that oh so beautiful time of year when many couples decide to take the sacred vows and embark on their journey of life together and promising to love and support each other. But for Darius, the groom in my story, Wedded Bliss, marriage is nothing more than a twisted game that his parents like to play. Hello, my lovelies. I am Madam Crystal Butterfly, and today I want to tell you, my lovelies, more about one of my upcoming stories, Wedded Bliss, which is one of 3 stories I plan to publish this year. So, last time I told you a little bit about the bride, so today we're going to talk a little bit about the groom, Darius. As I said in the intro, to Darius's parents, marriage is more of their own sick, twisted game, which is, not a nice thing to do, considering that the sacred bond of getting married is very important to a lot of people. But to his family, it's nothing more than a game, and they put Darius through a lot while pressuring him to get married. As I mentioned, the name of the groom in this story is Darius, and he's got some seriously twisted family stuff going on. In his family, there's a tradition where you have to get married before a particular age. His father could end this tradition, but he chooses not to because his parents, as I've said, see marriage as nothing more than some silly little game, not that important other than status and other things, and I'll get more into them in just a moment. Darius is approaching the age where he has to be married. And if he doesn't get married, he's going to get in some serious trouble, because if you do not get married by that particular age in his family, then you are out of the family business. His family business is a multi-billion-dollar entertainment company. And he's grown up his entire life preparing to be one of the heads of the company, and it's something he enjoys doing, so he doesn't want to just be ousted from it. Meaning he's gotta get married. Darius, unlike his parents, looks at marriage as finding, your person, your special person who you want to share your life with, and not this joke like they see it. So he worked hard to try to find his special lady, but no matter what he did, she just was not in his world at the moment, and he's getting closer to the specified age. In an act of desperation, he realized he did not have more time to search for the right woman, and decided to look at women who he could pay to be his wife. He found 3 candidates and was going to pick from one of the 3 women who he was going to marry. The candidate he selected would marry him and sign a contract before they get married, stating that she will divorce him within 9 months, and he would pay her around $60 million for being married to him. As it got closer to his eventual wedding day, Darius didn't feel good about getting married because he wanted to marry for love, but he felt more okay with the fact that at least he'll be able to get out of the marriage in 9 months. Now, why is he able to get out of the marriage in 9 months? Simple. The requirement from their family tradition is that he stay married 9 months. After he gets divorced, as long as he was married and lived with his wife for 9 months, he he can get remarried whenever he gosh darn pleases on his own terms. Which would be easier if he just did that from the beginning, but his family's got issues. Speaking of his parents' issues, let's take a moment to get into that. As I said way too many times, his parents see marriage is nothing more than some silly little game. They did not get married for love. The father married the mother because she was rich and attractive. The mother married the father because he had certain positions and she wanted to elevate herself. So it was not for love, especially since his parents, by the time they met and married, this wasn't even their first marriage, and they had married in the past for very superficial reasons. They don't believe in romance and love and growing to old with somebody that you care about. They feel that this is nothing but a game where you try to pick the most aesthetically pleasing person or pick the person that will help elevate you financially. Forget about love. You just need to choose right. Otherwise, you lose. And there are other factors that play into his parents' view of marriage being nothing more than a game, but I'm not going to get too deep into that in this video. Anyway, my lovelies, the poor man finds these women, is trying to pick which one is he going to marry, and his mother gets really, really mad at him. I'm not going to tell you why she gets mad at him, but she gets mad at him and decides that she's going to mess up his plan and scares these women away, putting Darius in a really ultra desperate situation because he had been stalling with the marriage of hopes of meeting the right girl, but he knows that that's not happening at this point. And even though he found these other women, like I just said, he was stalling. So the clock has basically run out for him to search. He does not have time to find another woman who's willing to sign a contract to be his wife and divorce him within a set period of time after living with him for 9 months. Meaning poor Darius is literally up shit's creek and expecting to be ousted from his family company. And when he is ousted from his family company, those who work for him within the business will also be ousted because his replacement already made it very clear that should he replace Darius, that he will get rid of his staff, meaning that's also a ton of people who are going to get fired all because he failed to find a wife. He feels like shit and doesn't know what to do until the woman who is, well, basically this woman is a cougar. She's always trying to flirt with him at parties and other social events, and she makes him uncomfortable. He really just avoids her. She approaches him and he realizes this is the only woman willing to marry him within this set period of time. Now, problem 1 with this chick, she's really creeping on him. Problem 2 with this chick, she is old enough to be his mother. Problem 3, he just really doesn't like her, and sadly she is his only option. He can't even trust her to divorce him within 9 months after living with him for 9 months, because she is hinting at once she's married to him, she will stay married to him despite what she agreed to. And that's, obviously divorce him in 9 months. So what does this poor man do? Just go through with a marriage he doesn't want and pray to Almighty God that this woman doesn't torment his home, because she has a reputation for tormenting her own house staff. So now he's also scared that she's going to torment the people he hired to take care of his home. The day of the wedding arrives. He is going to the courthouse to get married, and he's waiting there for this woman, and she doesn't show when she said she was going to show. He tries calling her. She doesn't pick up. He calls his assistant, who has her number, and see if she can get a hold of the woman. The assistant tries. They can't get her, and they can't figure out what's going on because she seemed really desperate to marry him and is just gone at the last minute. So now Darius he doesn't know what to do. He has only a couple hours left to get married at this point. How is he going to find a new bride in the next few seconds? Well, you're just going to have to find out when Wedded Bliss comes out. I wonder what poor Darius will do about the whole finding a wife problem. Well, I guess we'll all find out later this year. Now, my lovelies, if you have made it to this part of the video, thank you! I'm really excited about sharing with you a little bit about this story. I've been writing it for a while and it's just a fun tale, and I really can't wait to get it out to you, my lovelies, later this year. I feel you will really enjoy it. And please, if you haven't yet, give this video a like. Leave me a little comment so the algorithm is nicer to me. And if you have not yet, slap the subscribe button like it owes you money. And don't forget to give that little notification bell a ring. And with that, my lovelies, this video is a wrap. Now if you please come with me as we dance into a world of magic.